My name is Mazi Heydary, and I have been practicing martial arts since I was 16 years old, just about the 41 years. And I started from the Shotokan, and then I moved to the Taekwondo, last ended with the Okinawa Kempo. And I was, last 20 years, I've been practicing Jiu-Jitsu. And since I saw the host demonstrated the skill of the Jiu-Jitsu, so I find out a question comes to my mind: am I able to do it? So I went to the self-assessment to see what I'm practicing. Is that going to be ultimate? Then I said the lack of that skills. So since I got into it and I started falling in love with it, and I stick with it since then. It's just about the 20 years. Remember, I was with my karate instructor. We went to the UNCG, is the college in Greensboro, and there was a self-defense for women. And in the end, one of the women asked questions: what if somebody is between my legs or sitting in my chest? What should I do? Then I find out that's where it ends for karate. He had not valuable something to teach that person which he feels she needs the needs for that specific situation, and karate could not provide him that answer. So I knew there is something is missing, but I do not know what is it, because I never counted with the jiu-jitsu. So this is always bothers me. There is something's missing. We do not have an answer for everything. So when I came to Jiu-Jitsu, I recognized all these possibilities. Then I got my attention, and that's where my hunger started that day, but not having the answer for that victim. She was a victim, and she wanted to know what to do, and we didn't have it. So that created my hunger to know something, but I did not know what it is until I saw the host in the octagon. Is 93. They see sport jiu-jitsu. The misunderstanding what the Gracie jiu-jitsu, especially I'm training with the host. It is all standing up. Start with the standing up, and it has all. It's a 5 element: kick and punch, throwing, rolling, and they're also in the philosophy and self-defense. I said philosophy is the last, self-defense. So it is everything. But if you want to separate the groundwork out of it, then their question is valid. If you separate the other element of the jiu-jitsu, yes, then I said it's not give you what you want. But because that's what the advertising is now, is the sport aspect of it, groundwork. So we cannot eliminate self-defense, stand-up, throwing, grappling, which is rolling, we call it, and the philosophy. All this has to go hand to hand. Then it has an answer for everything after that. Majority comes for self-defense. So I always have a special class for that. But yes, if anybody comes with a different mentality, and this is our objective as an instructor, to mold them and teach them the philosophy aspect of it and create a positive in their mind. Usually they have their mind frame, mindset is the problem. If we have to, we can tap into that and let him how valuable he is in his mind, and he recognizes to longevity is that happiness and the positive mentality. If he can, he comes enough, we can pass what our philosophy is, then he change. We don't change him. There is no way we can change him. But if we show the path, how to separate his mind from himself, because the mind and himself, we are two different things. And as the mind is the one, it tells you to quit, I'm tired, I'm here, and taught about the negative and gossiping. Every negative goes here. If you feed them, that's what you're going to be. So we try to tell him to separate them and feed it with the positive words. Tell him how special he is in the end, and how to single thought try to control his mind. So use them as a tool. When he recognizes his mind is the tool, is not him, usually they change. They find a way. So that's our philosophy, telling all our philosophy, the goods and all this, the warrior, we call warrior, frame of the minds and everything. In the fundamental, I put them in a bad situation. Don't like for somebody grab his back or in top. I haven't teach him anything in the beginning. So I say survive. He panics first. Then he find out if he try to get his mind to calm down, and when he find that the other person is not here to hurt him, he put him in bad situation. If he can calm himself down in a bad situation, he can think better. And I try to put him think about one thing, what direction am I going? In the beginning he does not have that reflexes. He has not developed it. But he goes wrong or get choked. Oh, he finds out, oh no, it's not the right path. Then he feels the need for escape. When he feels the need for escape, when I teach the technique, he listens better. So that approach I take, every instructor is different. So I'm working on that. That's what it got me good. I got detailed it because of that, the needs of it. So that's the approach I take on those things. If when the students come here to learn them, at the same time we try to teach him is a life lessons. It's not on the mat. What goes off the mat is directly connected on the mat. So if he cannot control his mind outside, he cannot control it here. So first, by starting is a technique. I teach him technique, okay? You have to fail to make this happen. There is no way they can get good, and they cannot shake their head if they make a mistake. Because between them to success in any individual techniques is lies lots of failures. So itself, it teaches them when you go outside to the life to become at a job or everything else you want to grow, is lots of failure is going to happen. So that failure is experienced on a physical level, and over there could be a mental. So we try to say fail is okay, failure is not. Actually I should say fail and failure. Failure is the one you fall but no action behind it and you do not stand up. But when you fail, it's okay, as long as you go on, but the failure has no action behind it. So they learn it here and they adapt it to their life. There is lots of ups and downs in their life itself. They come over here to balance themselves as a mental, and when it's under the stress here, somebody's trying to after him, they choke him, he tense, more likely he's going to get on board. Eventually, hopefully by the time he relaxes it and let his experience does the job for him. And the outside is the same. When they their experience, they learn from him, becomes their philosophy of their life. Here also the experience, that means how many times we fail, it creates our philosophy of the how I'm rolling, I should go this direction, that. So hopefully these two, they recognize it. Sometimes we try to not to talk too much to take away the physical aspect of it, but here there each time just the pieces of it, they understand the relationship is a life, it's not just on the mat, how good you are on the mat. And also one very important, I try to teach them, if your mind, you do not train your mind, when you go to the tournament or you're going to have a big presentation to do or whatever you want to do, then you're going to panic, because the mind is afraid of failure at that moment, and it creates a lot of adrenaline in your body, and your voice is gonna be shows, your body language shows I am failing it. Even they go in the tournament, they go, then they already saw the guy take him down, they get 2 points, then might not be recovered after that. So we try to add that into it, into our teaching there. So here we do not teach tournament sports, but I promote them. So some of my colleagues, they do not promote them. Some of them they do, and one of them they do. The only reason for that is not we practice point to go win by the point. I want them to, can they control their mind? Can they control that adrenaline goes to his body to control that pressure? I'm interested on that pressure rather than winning the trophy itself. Then if they learn that, they can apply it everywhere. It doesn't need to be